So let's get cracking. You ready to get cracking?
He's kind of funny.
We got Christopher back.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Chris is back. How are you, mate?
I was good until I was told I had to come on this.
Oh, you'd love this podcast. You haven't been on this podcast actually ever. This is you're a Card Chaos virgin.
Okay.
Well, that's 2 ticks in 2 boxes then.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
No boxes.
True. Okay, let's go.
Anyway, no, I've got to ask you something first. I don't want to be racist, but
Oh,
right?
no. As soon as you say but.
That's what he just said too.
Yeah.
So I want to ask the question, as some people may know, may not know, the great man Buddy Franklin's just announced his retirement.
36 minutes ago.
Yeah, very sad day, very good day, very sad day, whichever way you want to look at it.
Mm.
But he did a calf.
Yep.
Right?
Which is known as the old man injury.
I can attest to that.
Sam Kerr did a calf.
Yep.
What's the Rabbitohs player?
Latrell
Mitchell did a calf.
Right.
Do Indigenous people have...
Oh, my
no, I'm not
God.
being racist. I'm not at all. But do Indigenous people... Because they don't have big calves. They're not known for having big calves.
Well, Sam Kerr said she had the world's biggest calves.
Well, there you go. Maybe
I
they're
don't-
cows instead of calves. But no, it's a real question. But is it like an inheritant thing? Is it something that happens a lot?
Not that I've ever heard of. or
We
ever
just
thought
gave you
of.
3.
I know. That's why. Maybe
Out of all the soft tissue injuries in the history of sports, you've come up with 3.
yeah, but they're current. I'll back him up on that. They
Yeah.
are current ones.
Yeah.
Me Collectibles just joined. Go,
Is it
guys.
Hey,
also
Zachary.
saying that more of our
Indigenous.
top-line athletes are Indigenous than they've ever been?
Maybe that's
Ooh,
it too.
I like that. Because
Wow.
there are
Let's
heaps.
look. Oh, Chris, there.
I'm never coming on this show. I love to watch that.
Good to see
Oh,
Chris
good.
back. Yes, that is true. Ipswich picture framing. Uncle Chop loves a bit of Chris. The PSG Ramble. What's going on, buddy?
Well, look who's back. Chris is back. Look
Chris
who's back.
is
He's
back.
back. Back is back. Yeah. Chris, it is great to see you back here.
Thanks,
Media 8
mate.
Sports, RDK, you're repping everything today.
He's
Oh,
repping every brand under the sun today, isn't he?
2
Yeah.
brands.
So have I, actually. That's
So-
all right. They're part of our sponsors. We've got
Well, that's right.
Official Beer Co. We've got Media 8 Sports on there as well.
Thanks, Azza.
We've got psg.cards, obviously
Yep.
our major sponsor, Platinum
Yep.
Standard Grading. RDK don't sponsor us yet, but
Don't
I'm
sponsor.
sure Chris has drunk the Kool-Aid now, so I reckon he can get a sponsor in for
I
us
think
on
he
that.
could. I think he
That
could.
could work. And Rob's not repping any brands. Did you notice that?
Well, he
well,
is,
kind
and
of.
it's probably a good segue to one of the things
It's
that
later
we-
on, yeah. But what Chris is... No, don't
Wasn't
worry.
that good a segue?
We'll get
We'll
there.
talk there later.
Yeah, but what Chris is doing, though, he's been doing a lot of stuff overseas as well.
He has. That's why he hasn't been here.
Yeah, so it's pretty
Work
exciting.
trips.
Yeah, I know. I'm going on a work trip in a couple of weeks too. Just
Where
letting
you
know. Just not going to tell you at this stage because it's so important.
Fair enough.
But yeah, the AFL Grand Final.
Bam Nation Cards, g'day.
Oh, Donny. Donny is one of the funniest blokes ever.
Is he?
Yeah.
Does he like our new promo?
Oh, he would. Yeah, he does. He loves the
What's
promo.
our new promo?
$25 for as many cards as you like.
Wasn't that last week's
Well,
promo?
Yeah, but we it was that good. We keep going.
Wow.
The
People
uptake
keep-
was so good, you just continue.
People, yeah. Well, I didn't want to do a new one. It's a lot of work.
You can't do
change
one
that.
every week. Then
No, that's
people
right.
just
Exactly. Exactly.
expect.
But on Donny, right? Because
Yeah.
we're in the ramble. Donny plays some footy still.
What sort of footy?
AFL,
Real footy.
real footy.
Mm.
And I reckon he is the most proudest person of his own abilities that I've ever come across.
Wow.
His Facebook is just littered with pictures of himself playing footy,
Love that.
and he tells us that he's good.
Is he any good?
Oh well, I don't know, mate.
Is he as good as Daddy Longneck?
I generally don't go out and watch the old blokes play footy, but anyway, if I did,
Did you see those blokes that went to Adelaide on the weekend and played the 12th grade Rezzies or something?
No.
They're really big for. I think they're those Marmalade guys that do the footy card openings. They got Gil McLaughlin to open cards
all right, okay.
of team coach. They're big on chalky milk. They just
All right.
they go to the hill and drink chalky milk at the footy and stuff. And
Off they went.
one of them kicked the goal and everyone ran on the field. They reckon there was like 6,000 people at this game.
So that's pretty cool. Did you hear
That's
about
awesome.
on that? Did you hear about Nathan Buckley?
Yes, didn't
No.
he?
What happened to
Buck?
Buckley?
So they have the Carlton Draft, which is a competition for local footy teams, and you can, if they win, you get to pick a player out of the draft pool.
Oh, to come play for 1
Jonathan
week?
Brown, Kane Corns went and played a few weeks ago. Well, he lasted 2 minutes.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he do a calf?
Nah,
That's
No.
pretty good, I reckon.
ripped the hammy off the bone.
Oh, that's got to hurt.
Yeah, it's got to hurt. I tell you what hurt was listening to on the radio this morning get grilled over it.
Wait, how bad it was?
Yeah,
or
because Kane Corns was on there and he goes, I got 40 possessions when I went and played.
how many did he get?
2 minutes. No, didn't touch the ball. Off he's gone.
Wow, mate. What's a one-piece card?
One Piece. What is a One Piece card, Chris?
What's a One Piece card?
We've been talking about One Piece this week.
Oh, it's like one of the biggest anime series in the world, I believe. There's
Yeah.
like
So One Piece is like
Over a-
Pokemon
One Piece is what it's
or
called.
that sort of stuff.
yeah.
So that's
Over
the
1,000
brand.
episodes.
That's insane. Where's that from? Japan?
Japan, and they've just released cards in the last 12 months.
Yeah,
so-
cards are relatively new.
You know, we've talked about One Piece on this podcast.
We have,
before.
yeah. No, I
okay,
get that.
just making
I
sure.
remember. I just then got what it said.
But they're everywhere. Everywhere you look.
So it's like
One
when
Piece.
Dragon Ball sort of got exciting. Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I guess.
I think the hype is much bigger on this.
Yeah.
Is it a game?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, it is.
It is.
So
Yep, it is a game.
TCG?
Yep, because I was learning a bit about it over the weekend in the local card shop.
Mm.
But it's also episodes like as in anime?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very, very popular.
A
Yeah,
thousand
so
episodes. Take you a while to binge, wouldn't it?
I think they're very short, the episodes, someone was telling
Still
me.
take you a
That'd
while.
have to be.
I wouldn't. Does it have a scoreboard on it?
Yeah.
Did someone kick a goal, shoot a basket? I'm
What
probably
if you
not
miss
watching
one?
it. Miss an episode.
Does that affect?
It's probably the Neighbours effect. You can just miss a
Yeah.
few and just
I
catch
wouldn't
up.
So
know,
it comes
mate.
back and
I can't wait.
wouldn't know.
Neighbours is coming back in a few weeks.
Fuck powers
might-
and neighbours. How good are you?
I might bring my Neighbours cards in and get them graded.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, bit of Daphne love.
What
Everyone
about
love Daphne.
Harold Bishop?
Yeah, there's a couple of him
Which
in
one? Version 1 or version 2?
there. Version 1. These are 1986 cards, 87.
Like when he come back from the dead because he was a Salvation Army man that got
Yeah.
washed up on the rocks. Love Neighbours.
Yeah, Neighbours is fantastic.
NRL, what's ramping up on the NRL
Well,
card
we're just
side?
seeing a lot of NRL cards come through. And it
What are
plays-
these cards that you're saying that we haven't got yet, but they're going to do breaks when they arrive, and then you can't get them? You got to get them on this market. And are they NRL
That's
cards?
AFL.
Oh.
The NRL come
It
out
would've
next
been
week.
So much better if it wasn't
Well,
AFL.
NRL come out next week as well.
Yeah.
NRL Elite. We got that on the run sheet. I really should provide you with this more than 1 minute in advance.
Goat Bontempelli's just joined us as well.
Oh, what a name!
Sub Daddy.
The old Bont, the old Bont man. Could win a Brownlow. Yeah. So one of the things it's really concerning. Well, Bontempelli could win a Brownlow.
Right.
I understood
Yeah.
it.
So what's ramping up in the NRL?
Well, just we're seeing a lot of NRL cards come through to get graded, which is fantastic.
like
because it's
current, old,
Current.
new.
current, the
Yeah.
not the elite from other years. So they do the Mojo cards and do all those and the autograph cards. And it posed the question to me is that I'm a massive AFL fan, as you know, and I just always thought that we were smarter AFL fans to NRL. But it's
I
actually,
like them both, so I'm
but
double
it's-
smart.
It could be. I could be proved wrong here. It looks like the NRL people know how to protect their cards.
Really? They're in
So-
good nick.
They're in, a lot of them are in really good nick. You've seen the Legends autos, Chris.
Yes. Yep.
They're just a beautiful card and they grade really well.
I do have a Cliff Lawrence one.
You have the Cliffy.
I do.
I've got a Gene Miles. I like the Gene
Cliffy.
Miles. And the cricket one's copied it.
Did they?
Yeah, so I've got an Alan Border and I'm desperately searching for a Greg Chappell. That's the next card I want to buy in my collection.
Taylor Shillams just asked, any chance in the future of getting some patch cards done?
I'm
going to say no.
you're going to say no.
At the moment. Only
In
because
the-
the
in the-
reason is that they don't make as many as what, like obviously we do a lot of Australian cards.
Yep.
So at the moment they don't make as many. But
No.
at the same time, the
But
answer
it's
is
definitely
yes,
in the plans.
'cause we
yeah.
will do.
It's definitely in the plans. We'll
In
let
the,
you know.
in the very near future.
And when we know, we'll go into the Ball Don't Lie podcast.
And we'll tell them.
See how I did that.
Great idea.
Yeah,
See
well
what you did there. NBL Chrome.
NBL Chrome, who wrote that?
Chop.
What a surprise.
Do we like them?
We're going to talk about it later.
Cool. We'll talk
Not
about that
available.
later.
Why don't you tell me what we're allowed to talk about?
It's on your bloody run sheet.
I don't need to look at that.
It's a short ball. Brabham moves back and falls fiercely past square leg.
Do you let it run the whole time?
Yeah.
Victory to the Australians by 8 wickets.
Got him.
He's got it!
Hey, there we
He's
go.
got two!
He's got two.
He's done it. That is an excellent 100. The last ball, can you believe that?
I guess there we go. Ah, dirty.
You're an idiot.
Ruby, can we
I'm
get a
an idiot.
shorter version of that?
No,
Yeah,
I
can you chop
miss
that up
every
and
time.
make it into a reel as well?
You can make it into a mini series.
Jeez.
That's good.
Anyway,
That's good. He's got him.
that's my favourite bit. You get that bit right
I
every
do
week.
every week, yeah. NFL preseason starting soon.
So there's lots of sports news, isn't
Oh,
there?
do you know what's going on, though? They're doing hard knocks for the Jets.
They're not.
They are.
Oh,
Launches
Did you
next week.
Did you see the crowds at the Jets training? Aaron Rodgers.
Love
Oh,
it.
man. I'm
Love
excited.
it.
I can't
We're
believe
going to win a Super Bowl.
the
This
Super Bowl's coming home.
It's going to be so good.
Fucking delusion.
That hurt me saying it. Like, I couldn't believe I actually
I'm
said
going to
that.
wear. I just want to wear my Sanchez jersey to the Super Bowl. It's like one of my.
Are you going to go to the
bucket lists.
Super Bowl?
Oh fuck yeah! If they make it,
Wow.
Why wouldn't you? With my Sanchez jersey.
RDK are doing a tour to the Super Bowl.
We could do that.
RDK.
Only if the Jets are on.
Ardy farts.
Might have to go on a work trip.
Yeah,
Work
you would
trip. Where does the NFL sit on your sporting
too. Yeah,
list?
where does it sit for you? Obviously, you like
Fourth.
the Jets. Fourth. NRL, AFL,
Basketball's first.
basketball.
Basketball of all sorts. Then I'd go probably AFL and NRL equal.
Yeah.
But I'm more teams as opposed to the sport. And then I'd say NFL would be next for me.
Chrissy?
Maybe football.
Just
Dunno.
football. Just men bashing men.
I say it's top 3. I don't know what order.
Yeah.
NFL, but
It's a bit down the list for me.
Is it?
But then I love all sports, so yeah, it's a bit sad. Like like how do I split cricket and footy? I can't.
Quite easily.
And then I've got basketball.
90 minutes compared to 9 million minutes.
Yeah, but they're both brilliant. All right, okay.
That's
well,
fine. But I find it really interesting in the card space because the NFL only sort of peaks, doesn't it?
oh,
And
it's,
then dies in the arse and then peaks.
Mm.
It's like whereas basketball pretty much stays all year round.
I think NFL's the one for me, though, that there's all these hype in 3 or 4 quarterbacks,
Yeah.
and the market goes absolutely insane for them, and then they see them play, and then it's like, oh, shit, like they played that.
Got the wrong one.
are you talking about Jets quarterbacks?
Well,
They're shit.
yeah,
Every
as an
single one of them.
example.
Except this one.
Except, yeah, but we got him from someone else, stole him.
That's right.
But
But
no,
like this year, it's like Brock Purdy, who knows what'll happen.
yeah. Well, Mac Jones was last year.
Mac
He
Jones.
went through this hype and then died off.
Have you watched that? I only just started watching it on the plane the other day, that quarterback show.
Yeah,
That's really interesting.
that was good.
I haven't watched
They
it yet.
timed it really well that they did with Mahomes the year he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get lucky, don't you, with that
Yeah.
stuff?
But, mate, just even watching Mahomes and thinking, shit, he's only 25, isn't he? Something like that. He's only a kid.
Absolutely.
And still smashing it. I really enjoyed that.
And they all came through a college system.
But here we go. Ipswich, NBL 1, NBL, NRL, NRLW. Fair enough. That car guy, 98, let's go. He was here last week. He came and did a guest appearance.
Yeah, yeah. NRLW, it's top 5 for Chop.
Top
It's
4.
good. It's
Yeah,
good.
because there's women in it.
Yeah, it's good to bet on too.
There's some that
yeah, you
I
said
don't think
you-
are women.
You said you had a good week on the NRLW.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Few-
can't
few
stop them
minutes.
from scoring, can they? If they get within 5 metres and they're got ahead of steam,
Yeah, that's
it's hard to stop those girls.
very hard to stop the bigger ones.
Yeah. Anyway,
What about football? Like as in soccer? Has women,
Um,
you've been to a game, has women's soccer, I know it was a shit result, has
a
it
great
moved up
night.
the list at all because of that?
no, not really.
No?
Because it was always it's in my mid range because I think the national teams are very special.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing effort, amazing game.
Was it?
No, sorry, mate. When
They
I
had
say amazing
15
game,
corners.
The atmosphere was amazing.
Yeah, that would have been good.
The game was good. Australia dominated the game and then lost because they couldn't score.
We watched it at the world's biggest sporting globe
Is that the
down in Sydney,
Sydney, yeah.
and there was like a screen there and the NRL, but the NRL volume was on. So we're watching it with
That
the
was only in
Broncos
one
game,
section.
wasn't
I
it?
think they would have had the soccer.
Yeah,
main
upstairs.
But-
It was very interesting.
I saw one of the greatest things of all time was a guy on Facebook has come out and said, "Oh, your Women's World Cup, you can shove it up your ass. Have a look at the average crowds." And what he's done is he's grabbed the average crowd of the last 9 Women's World Cup games.
Yep.
And then the average crowd from the last 9 AFL games. He's gone, look, double the amount of people went. And mate, you had games being played in bumfuck Idaho in New Zealand in front of 7,000 people. Go and play AFL games over there. You won't even get that. I mean, it's just been so fucking popular.
It's been good. It's definitely been good for the sport. It's
And
been-
tonight's huge. I mean, Sam Kerr, she'll probably come be
Do you reckon she'll come?
airlifted.
She'll play?
Yep, she'll play.
Start?
She has to.
No, I don't think so.
She has to play, whether she starts or not. Yeah, but she has to
I
suit
think they
up.
start with Mary Fowler and they bring her on 20, 30 minutes ago.
And what about Ford with too many O's?
I don't know.
One of the things about it, though, one of the great things about being at the game was how many jerseys little kids were wearing with Ellie Carpenter's name and Sam Kerr's name. It was really cool.
Well, they had outsold the men's Socceroos jerseys before the World Cup had started, I believe.
Wow.
But there's been zero interest in the trading cards and the stickers. Zero.
Well, I sold a box of the sticks on the weekend.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
For Women's World Cup?
Yeah.
I haven't
Well,
didn't
there's
know
been a
that was
little
there.
interest.
Yeah. They're
So one pack sold. in the
giving
whole
them
of
away.
Australia.
No, it was a box. of
Yeah, they give
50.
them to you when you
They
buy
give 'em to
something
you
if you pay with your Visa.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, I got some Canadian girl
You only get one?
Yeah, one sticker.
Yeah, sure. Because you just sweet talk the...
You would have got
Me,
more.
sweet talk?
Yeah, no, that would
not
never happen.
happening.
What's your thoughts on the NRL players having beef with NRL over the player pay? That car guy is standing with the players, and he's got like a fist like that.
Yeah, because that's what he does. He just bashes people.
What are the
Human plover.
What are the players arguing for?
This is what I don't understand.
Well, no one does. 'Cause they
Yes.
come out and say it.
Yeah.
So they're arguing about something that no one knows about, that they then cover over the logo.
Yeah, they're idiots because there's 3 logos that are visible, 2 on the jersey, 1 on the shorts, and they've covered 1.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
get it.
symbolic, but apparently it's
Is
about
it?
something about like setting up funds for players that get injured.
Oh,
Yeah, well, but the thing is,
that's never been announced, is it?
No.
What-
Everyone just assumes it's a money grab, but it's not.
Why wouldn't they come out and say, hey, we want to like do a fund for people that get injured
Yeah,
so then we can actually do this? And everyone will go, fuck, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, I'm just really confused. I think both sides just need to come out and tell everyone what's going
What's
on.
that clown's name that runs the PFA?
Bailey.
Clint
Oh,
Newton.
sorry.
Glenn Newton.
Oh, he's a clown.
He's a clown.
Yeah,
They're fighting
he-
for insurances.
Yeah, see, that's what it is.
I know a good broker.
For insurances.
Yeah. Yeah, for the injured players. Talking about that, this is a bit of a segue, but tonight on A Current Affair, they're
Last
gonna
night.
last night, was it?
No, I don't know what you're going to say.
Wally Lewis?
That was last night on 60 Minutes.
Last night on 60 Minutes. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I only watched the...
He's
come out with...
CTE.
Oh,
He's got the first signs of CTE. So.
Yeah, that's sad.
And like the poor bloke was there and he couldn't even say, I can't remember what it is he's saying. He goes, I know I've got something, but I can't. And his daughter was saying CTE.
That's his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, whatever.
Good story, Rob.
Anyway, meanwhile,
How's
back on the
your
ranch. Mine?
Yeah, we got CTE.
No, I'm just stupid.
Oh, yeah, fair call.
Bronny James.
18 years old, cardiac arrest. The second one that's happened to that university within 12 months.
USC. Never
What,
far from controversy. That
what are you thinking?
Not much. They've got an ATM that dispenses cupcakes on campus, so it could be that. Well, they do.
Well, that's good.
And I had one. Fucking delicious.
Wow. Wasn't wasn't the response I was
Well,
expecting.
what do you expect me to come back with something smart about this thing? I have no
How
idea.
many dumb things did I say on this thing?
Wow, that wins.
But that's
That's
great.
awesome. I really like that. No, what so he's had a cardiac. Is he good? Is he all right? Do we know?
He's
Has
out
anyone
of
read the
hospital.
news? Oh,
He's going. Did you say he's going to hospital? Oh, thank fuck.
No, so he's out of hospital.
Oh, he's out of hospital. Okay.
wow.
was
You
much-
two are like
It was much
herding
better.
cats.
It was much better than when I thought he said it was going to hospital.
Yeah, but it's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
18-year-old
It-
kid
but it
having a
is-
cardiac arrest.
2 18-year-old kids from one college program. I don't know.
Well, you think it's a conspiracy and it's the jab?
So it's not the jab, but a jab. Could it be?
Don't know. Don't want to get involved in that.
No.
What's next?
Buddy, amazing career. Did he go too long?
Did he go on too long, buddy?
No.
So someone that finishes under their own steam.
Yep.
Or someone that finishes injured like that.
Same thing.
Same thing.
It's his decision. He could have stayed.
Yeah. Does he still want to play? He doesn't want to play next year.
No, I wouldn't.
No, he's
expect so.
retired now.
He's retired officially
Okay,
as
so-
of this afternoon. He's retiring.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris?
Did he go on too long? I mean, would have been nice to see him go out last year after he kicked the 1300th goal. Was it 1300 or 1000?
1,000.
Yeah. He's kicked a
He wanted to get to
1,066.
1,300.
Yeah, it would have been nice. But, so what, that's
Is what
another
it is.
3 or 4 years.
Yeah, he's not doing it.
CEO Cars just joined us. Let's go.
He's always here. That brings me on to something too. We all know Davey Warner wants to retire in Sydney. You know, he's got his plan.
How did he go last night?
Mate, they are on fire.
I went to bed and they were 0 for 100. How did it end
I've
up?
had the same story told to me twice today, and it's fucking hilarious. Chris was the first one. Watching the game last night, none for 120, you said?
Yeah, I fell asleep at none for
None for 120, wakes up, the computer's on, the screen's on, it says 7 for 160 or whatever it says. So he puts the computer down and he's disappointed. It was a rain delay and they were showing a replay.
Do you know what? I did the exact same thing.
Get out!
100% true story.
That's
'cause
awesome.
I fell asleep watching it. I've gone in the bedroom and I sit in the chair and I look at my iPad getting ready to go to bed, check the score and it said 7 for 160. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And then looked and it goes 4th test at the top. I'm sitting there going, where's this test? And I was trying to look
I
for
didn't
it.
even see that because this was like this was late. I think it was like 2:30.
Yeah, that would have been about.
And I've literally just
I did the
like,
same
fuck,
thing.
you
That's
just shut
funny.
the laptop and then just threw it on the ground.
Well, my old man rang me later on after I had that, and he goes, "I just got to ask you a question. It's probably stupid. What's the score in the cricket?" And I said, "None for 135." Oh, what the hell? Where did I get 7 or whatever it was?
Yeah,
I said, "Oh, it was a
that's very funny.
rain delay." But
So what? How'd they end up?
None for 135.
And rain delayed.
Rain, yeah. But Davey Warner in particular, I think he's on about 60 at the moment. Surely, if we can produce a miracle and win this test, and Warner makes 100, go now, mate.
Oh, you'd have to.
It would be just
At the Oval.
at the Oval,
Walk
winning
out.
the Ashes,
Put him in a
100.
car and do the lap around Sydney Cricket Ground.
His thing is he wants to play in front of his friends and family one more time.
Whatever. It's called the Big Bash.
Oh, 100%. I agree. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
be, but so I heard someone discussing it last night. Who replaces him?
Matty Renshaw.
But it's not the same.
You don't need the same.
I think you need.
You need someone. Okay.
All right. So you got him.
Mhm.
Khawaja's 30 million years old. He's 36, isn't he?
He's 112 in cricket years.
There you go. He's
Yep.
36, isn't he?
Same
Yeah.
as Davey Warner. They played their juniors together.
And then you've got Smith. He's leaving too,
Well.
supposedly. It's like
See, I would love to see Head and Renshaw open eventually, and then Head takes on that aggressive role. Renshaw plays and misses for 3 hours and makes 8 runs. Everything's good.
and is that with Carey as captain?
Oh, I've told you that already, haven't I? I would have Carey as captain yesterday.
Yeah, but you're not going to get the good-looking rooster from Gillette ads losing the captaincy ever.
That's not going to happen, but
He's
yeah,
going to be there forever.
maybe.
The man with no legs got on the podium. Did they lift him up or did he jump up?
Piastri, not
Oh,
Pistorius.
sorry, wrong Oscar. Second in a sprint race. What's that mean? He can run fast, just like his mate with no legs. Oh, that's funny.
Yes, but that's a big effort.
What's a sprint race?
So,
Explain.
Chris, this is yours. Because otherwise, you
They do a race on a Saturday as well as a Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Shorter.
shorter. It's obviously I think it's a quarter of
Yeah.
their thing. So I think I didn't watch it all. But it was like 16 laps. Maybe.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's just a sprint race, and you
no pit stops.
No pit stops. So you qualify for that on Saturday
Yep.
morning, and then you race Saturday afternoon.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and he came second.
And he led for a long time too.
Does that mean he gets to spray shit on people with?
I don't think they do that for the sprint.
Oh,
But
does
they
he get a
did go-
trophy?
Yeah. And he gets world championship points, which is a hell of a lot better than the next night when some dickhead ran into him on the first corner.
Jealous.
Well, yeah, because I was pissed with this stupid Ferrari shit because I woke up at 11:15 just to watch Oscar.
He's
Finished.
gone.
Might as well go.
In bed by
And
a
it was
past.
bad, and yeah, because he was last and Ricardo was second last.
Yeah.
because
Oh.
he got fucked up in the
In the qualifying.
qualifier.
How'd Ricardo go in the sprint race?
Couldn't tell.
10th. So he started.
You so made that up.
No.
Oh.
Because he was 8th. 8th got a point, and he was 8th until the second last lap, and then Mercedes went around him.
So speaking of driving fast, what's the fastest you've ever driven
Well,
or been driven at?
I don't know what a V8 supercar goes at.
Have you done a hot lap too?
Yeah, I did it. I was really lucky in my last job. I had a client who was a driver.
You're lucky you're in your current job. Just like
Oh,
so.
yeah,
much
absolutely.
luckier, much better job.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But this was a client of mine,
Yeah.
and he was a really good client, like a really nice fella, and he drove in the V8 supercars.
Oh, nice. Where'd you do your hot lap?
At Ipswich.
Oh, okay.
Raceway. So it was really funny because he was building a house or buying a house, and I'd ring to talk to his wife, and they were at Bathurst.
Oh, nice.
And she's going, fucking Wayne Gardner's just fucking run us off the fucking road.
Oh, wow.
He was like, okay, I'll ring back later. Just hang up. But I had no interest in motor racing until I met him. And then
I
he
did
took
a
me
hot
around.
lap around the Gold Coast track.
Oh, that'd be so
was
cool.
insane.
Have you done your present yet?
Yeah, I was just thinking
No,
that
I
too.
literally pulled it out this morning. It's on my bench. I got my hat.
Yeah.
I bought my helmet. It arrived. So I'm ready to rock and roll.
Once you bought your helmet,
Because I got a very large head. I went out and had to buy my own helmet.
extraordinarily large
A triple
box.
XL helmet.
Yeah, okay.
But I got a Red Bull one, so like Red Bull racing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm going to book that in the next couple of weeks.
have you
actually.
done it, Chris? Have you done anything like that?
No.
V8 supercars at Gold Coast, so you go towards the wall and then all of a
That's-
sudden he turns.
that would
It
be
was
terrifying.
Fucking insane. It was so good.
Because at least at Ipswich, it just looks like you're driving around a paddock.
Yeah, no, this was like proper. It was good.
Jimmy Butler got in a car with Lando Norris and absolutely shat himself the
Oh.
whole way around.
But you would.
But even I know. I think I get it'd be good.
Oh, it was
I don't
heaps of
think-
fun.
I think it'd be more exciting than scary.
I think
Oh,
the
no, I
interesting part is watching the driver and he's
I
just chatting like he's on a Sunday drive, going, "Yeah, mate, what do I do here? I'll just drop this back into second." Well, we're looking at the wall, and you're literally going straight at the wall, and he goes, "Then we turn now," and then he's just, "I'm going that way now." It's like Jesus. It's just so like it's such a amazing.
And it feels like the
thing
car's
that they do.
gliding.
Yeah, it
It
was.
doesn't feel like there's any grip at all.
It's pretty special.
Yeah.
Really sad news on the weekend.
What was that?
Probably, they must have been paying $1 for the All Blacks to beat the Wallabies.
I don't know. I didn't know it was on until about 20 minutes before it started.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Other than the fact the other night that Christopher and myself had an experience with a Wallaby
With Sterling Hinchcliffe.
with Sterling Mortlock,
Oh, yeah, that's
one of Australia's greats.
Just ex-captain.
We
Great hairdo.
we were having ball passing. Let's call it that.
We did a couple of spirals.
Couple of
so-
spirals. Did I catch
Yep.
one?
No, fucking nowhere near
But yeah,
it.
the irony of that
He
is,
missed my hands. Like I thought he would have
No.
been such a better passer.
but with that kind of practice, you probably could have played for Australia on Saturday night.
Yeah, I probably played the same level as what they did.
The whole Bledisloe thing's just disappeared. Like it's just
Well,
out of the
it's only
Australian
one
psyche.
game within the
No, well, we have to win too to win.
to win it back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they've retained it for like
21 years.
Yeah.
Is it 21 years now?
And now they're going to Dunedin, which I don't think we've won there in like 21 years or something stupid as
probably.
well.
We haven't beaten. It's just like
I'm
I
not
remem-
even talking about.
I remember as a young bloke though, Bledisloe tickets going. Oh my god, the whole world stopped because Bledisloe tickets were going on sale.
Well, they got 85,000 to the G, and
Probably all
supposedly
Kiwis.
the sport's dead.
But they were
Well,
doing
the other night.
Kiwis.
Mm.
Yeah,
It was
they did
85,000.
85,000.
Wow, imagine that many private school boys in one place. Insane. NRLW, what are you thinking?
Cardinal Pell joking that. What?
There wasn't. NRLW, are you loving it this year more than last year?
I'm still getting my head around it because there's a lot of players that have moved teams.
There's a lot more teams, isn't there?
There's
4 more.
4 more, 2
Yeah,
more.
which is
Up
a
to
lot of
10.
a
Yeah.
big influx of chicks.
Yeah, but like some of the players that you sort of associate with teams are now playing somewhere else. So it's like trying to get your head around that, but also no one so teams that did really well like week 1, like Sharks. I think they beat.
Have you gone off
North
the men's
Queensland.
team and now on the women's team because
Well,
they're playing better?
I watch every game of NRLW.
Yeah.
I don't think I watch the full game of men's.
But do you gamble on every game of NRLW?
Yep.
Whereas you don't on the men's?
I didn't have one bet in the men's. This
Isn't that
week.
interesting?
Yeah.
Is that because it's from a gambling point of view you can pick up better, you reckon? Odds are better?
Odds are better. I don't know. It's a couple of things, but it's just like it's a different sport.
Yeah.
No matter how so I know it's rugby league, but the styles are different.
The last thing in our sports news this week is the upside down table. What the fuck does that mean?
All right, so
Excuse my language.
question is this the year of the moral victory? So we got the Poms over in England saying it doesn't matter what the scoreboard says, we've had a moral victory, everyone likes to watch us.
Go Bazball.
That's
Go.
bullshit.
Right, it's bullshit. And then overnight, the World Swimming Championships concluded, and the Americans have posted the table on who was the best country in the swimming, and they have put themselves on top, winning 3 gold medals, and Australia second, winning 10 gold medals.
So why did they put themselves? Because they won the most medals?
All these bronze things that they won.
Yeah, but that's still the most medals. It's a medal count.
Oh, are you serious?
100%.
Nah, for me it's gold.
It's
first.
gold. It's how many
And
things
it's
you
always
win.
been gold, silver, bronze total.
Oh my goodness! I didn't know
They're-
that. I didn't
they're
know
doing-
that.
No, I'm not disagreeing what it has been, but at the same time, is they won more medals.
Yeah, but you can't just change it just because you've lost.
Yeah, that's fair too.
It's the same as the
Okay.
saying,
Okay.
Is there anything
moral
else
victory.
is there anything else that you've seen that's ever done the old moral? I couldn't think of anything else. No one else that's really.
Oh, I guess you could say it in like boxing or UFC, like you've controlled the fight, but you've lost on like you've been knocked out or.
I guess I did it before with the Socceroos, the Matildas,
Mm.
because they were the better team, but just couldn't score. Wouldn't say it was a moral victory.
They couldn't score because they were shit. That's why. That's my professional opinion. Anyway,
Oh, did you just say that? Old Bailey says constantly to me, in my professional opinion,
does he?
and it's like got nothing to do with anything he knows.
But he's not a professional either. We learnt that last week when he was on the podcast.
Yeah,
Highly unprofessional.
because of the jumper.
Aussie's abroad cricket. Tell me what isn't awesome.
Tell me this isn't awesome.
It is awesome, but are they going to make it?
It doesn't really matter.
Here's your moral victory. If it rains again,
Oh, fuck. I'm partying in the street. I will buy Piers Morgan a beer at the brewery if he comes down, and I'll just tip it over him and say, "Hey, dude, that's rain."
what's professional plover? Oh, that's old
The
mate.
human plover.
Yeah.
Human
He's now a
Oh, the professional plover. Uncle Chop Chop on fire. Must be because it's his birthday this week.
Is it?
25.
Oh, shit.
It's his 50th.
Did I just say
60th
that?
or something, isn't it?
Um,
Seagull Card's got a couple of nice DCE SIGs I've got to send in to get graded. Just waiting on a current lot to come back. Yes,
Oh,
mate,
that's-
they will be worth $300 because he played his 300th game. So I
Nice
did
work.
that.
So
Thank you very
good.
much. That was good.
yeah, no, moral victory. No, my ass. If we win, we won.
Okay.
Simple.
Simples.
Simples?
Yep. Ever scored a birdie when you've on the golf course where you chopped one down the fairway?
Yeah.
It's still a 3 in the book, isn't it?
No, there's no replay on a scorecard.
That's correct. No, and
Fuck, there should be.
There should be. It'd be a
well,
long,
you know what? If there was, Chop would be able to frame it
Yeah, well, that's true.
that is very true. Very, very
because
true.
he's got some amazing.
The
frames.
Boomers are up in Cairns. Are they going to televise any of this shit, or is this all hidden behind closed door?
No,
and
well,
Paddy Mills does a calf.
no, I think they're showing more than I thought they would.
Oh, what are they
Who's showing it?
No, well,
Fox?
there's no games or anything. They're just
Oh,
They're training and
They're
stuff.
training, yeah, but it's on social media.
Oh,
They've
okay.
put photos up. It was their first team dinner last night. They had I think someone was eating turtle.
Yeah.
So they put a heap of photos up. They put some videos up of warm ups and shoot arounds, and so
That's
they're-
awesome.
they're
That's a good looking
displaying
team, I can tell you that.
yeah.
They're going to go well.
displaying it more than I thought they would.
They play. Are you going to the game in Melbourne?
Yeah,
There's 3 games.
There's 3 games. I was looking at a 3-day pass.
South Sudan. And who's your third team? It was supposed to be Croatia
I need to
originally.
whisper.
I thought it was Canada.
No, it's not. They were
That was
gonna-
supposed to be.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Canada. Luka, who's that? Where does he play for? Croatia? isn't it?
Slovenia.
Slovenia, one of them. It was supposed to be them anyway, but it didn't happen. Because basketball are Australia.
Basketball.
Because
are
basketball are
Australia.
Australia. Yeah, that's a good one from you.
You leave it at that. I think everyone
Basketball
knows.
Australia.
Basketball Australia. It's easy to deal with basketball. New
Yeah, I
Zealand.
was looking at tickets last night, Rob. Actually,
There's still some tickets available.
Yep.
Get on board if you're in Melbourne and you're not going to see this shit.
but wait until after I get tickets first.
Yeah.
Okay, give Chris a call. Ask
Wait
him
till
if-
after Chris gets us tickets.
Actually,
It's Baxter's birthday weekend. We
he
should
won't
him
take
out.
me. He won't take me. He only invites me to games that he knows I can't go to.
Brazil are playing, South Sudan and Venezuela.
There you
Oh,
go.
the old Venezuelans.
The Brazilian cheerleaders would be nice.
Yeah.
You would expect.
You got to know when to hold 'em,
When to hold 'em,
know when to fold 'em,
when to fold 'em,
know when to walk away, and know when to run.
you better count your money.
When you're
sitting
betting on the NRW.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Yeah.
Aussie Mecca Week.
Mate, we've talked so much about Australian stuff today.
Isn't it been awesome?
Let's just smash it. Let's keep going. We'll start with, we've talked about the NRL Elite.
Yes.
One of the first times I've seen a card company listen to their customers and change up what they've done.
Really?
And so we've talked about NRLW, and I this is nothing against them at all, but people didn't like spending big money on a box and getting a box hit that was a women's card,
Okay.
right? Especially considering last year there was only 6 teams, so it wasn't as if every team had an NRLW signature and all that. So they've basically taken NRLW out of the release. They've still got a Jillaroo set. That's the name of the ladies' team, isn't it?
Yep.
And they've got Mojo sets for the women, pink Mojo sets.
Mm.
But they're by redemption. You get the card and you get the whole 10 cards or whatever it is in the set.
Mhm.
But then the rest of the release it just looks awesome.
It does?
Yep, they've got the Selwyn Cobbo ball redemption.
Nice.
So you get a piece of a ball in a card. There's the Maori All-Stars game. And there's, I think, 8 booklet redemptions out of that.
Awesome.
They've done a really, really cracking job. So they look great. And then the AFL have their delayed gem release that should be posted.
So
later
explain.
today.
I did ask before and everyone just took the piss out of me. What is the gem release?
So it's flawless, but it's AFL flawless.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
Yep.
9 cards in the box,
What sort of money?
$600 a box,
What are they going for on the open market?
$1,100 a box.
Already?
Yep.
Wow.
That's all breakers buying it, which is really sad
That is sad.
because then they're just passing it on to punters.
Well, we're assuming it's also people that missed out and wanted more.
yeah.
Chops just put up there a Selwyn Cobbo calf redemption.
Hey, Chop, how was the Centrelink Cup on the weekend?
Yeah, Bloody bastard
Well,
stole my joke.
That was good too.
I might
That was one of the
have
best.
asked him
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
The
And he
big man,
reckons you
Chris
stole
Anstey's
his.
just joined us as well. G'day, Chris. Thanks for joining us. We were just talking
I
about
stole
basketball.
his.
Yeah, he reckons he told you that earlier in the season. I'm going to start a controversy here.
He came out last
can't
week and reckons he come up with it, didn't he?
Yeah.
He come up with it in the chat.
can't even remember last week, so he might have.
Yeah.
And that's a big congratulations
chance.
because obviously the Ipswich
Yes.
force got home with all the wheels left on the bus. Is that what
It would have been a good game because they were down by 15 or something.
Were
when
they
I
really?
Saw, yeah, when I saw it, I checked it in the first quarter, and then they won.
Because I watched the Gold Coast game the night before. They just had that under control. It was they played
Didn't have
really
to wait till
well.
after the buzzer to win.
No, not this
No,
week.
good.
Not this week. But I did have the pleasure on Saturday of interviewing Jason
You
Giddey.
did? How did that go?
I spent about an hour and a half with Giddey, and we spoke about everything on the Awesome Humans podcast.
He's a good fella, right?
Also on the Podfire platform, which is where this gets released. Yeah, he's a great guy. So that'll be released this week. There's a Ruby Pagram, Pagram on the socials, is doing that for us over the next few days. There'll be a few reels released in the next couple of days
We
about
tried
this
getting
weekend's game.
We tried getting her on the podcast today.
Didn't work.
No,
Too busy
Yeah,
eating Kit
too
Kats,
busy.
probably.
She's out there
Yeah,
eating Kit Kats
pretty
and
much.
editing
Finger
film.
buns.
But the good thing about Jace, he's one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet, and he does not look like a basketball player.
No, anything but.
He loves his racehorses. He loves gambling, and he's just a good Aussie bloke. And never wanted to play in the NBA because he always wanted to play in the NBL. That's what he wanted to be. He was an
Really?
NBL player. He skipped out and going to college and everything just to play in the NBL.
Yeah, I never wanted to be in the AFL because I just wanted to work in the bank.
Yeah, you want to be their sponsor.
I just wasn't. I was just shit. I wish I had a choice.
So,
And then the next one, did you get anything?
mate, I'm a little bit devastated.
You
So
did?
I have a card, right? And on my card is specifically for card purchasing. And
Oh no!
during the week, I purchased an extraordinary number of
Robert Horry cards.
Robert Horry flawless cards, which therefore left my card with nothing on it.
So
And then this morning when it was released, is it this morning? It was
yeah,
this morning.
8:30.
Which we're obviously talking about the Josh Giddey release from Tyson Beck. Did you see them? They look sick.
Yeah, it lasted 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. That's
Nearly 2 minutes.
anyway. But yeah, no, I missed out on them. I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll be on the open market this afternoon.
Yeah, he does his
Um,
best to try and avoid that. He's pretty good with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but they are a great
They will.
release, and Tyson's a friend of the show, and he's a really good human being as well. So
You know what?
well done.
He'd be a good candidate for an Awesome Humans.
he would be, yes, indeed, he would be.
Let's set that up.
We should,
Should
should.
get our people to talk to his people,
and
which
then
is
their
really just you
people-
talking to him.
Yeah, which I'll just give him a call.
Yeah,
That would work.
exactly.
Did you guys catch the UFC fights on the weekend? Didn't know the UFC was on the weekend. Seems like it's on every
I
weekend
saw
now.
the highlights of some dude getting his head kicked in.
Azza, I got a question for Azza because he came in and bought some UFC cards last week.
Did he?
One, how did you go? But two, mate, yeah, aren't we up to UFC number 6,212?
Yeah, it's not
I
like it
think
was.
280 or 290.
Oh, is it really? I thought
Yeah,
it was
but
higher than
It's
that.
not every weekend. They have fight nights, which are completely different to
Oh,
the
really?
numbered ones. Yeah,
Why? What's
So what are the
different
numbered ones for titles? Are they?
titles, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I think they, the thing we saw the other night down in Sydney.
Yeah.
I think that was the UFC announcing they were coming to Sydney, and that Bam Bam
Oh.
Tuivasa was fighting
Was Dana the White there?
Dana the White.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Don't think so.
Yeah, we saw this whole big thing set up on the harbour. That was just before we met Sterling Mortlock and was throwing passes in the foyer.
We need a name drop buzzer.
What's going on?
If you like a UFC game, go to an Ipswich Force game. That's funny. I heard the UFC is going to the Ipswich are going to try and smash up the Rollers this weekend. So it should
Did
be
you hear
interesting.
that? Did you start that
No,
rumor? Or
if
Chop
you like
said
it, Chop. No,
Yeah.
I started it, but Chop will continue.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You'll
try
steal it like you stole your idea.
Yeah, I'll probably go there this weekend.
Any idea when Rob will be at the Gabba next, lads?
The day is called Wednesday, which is
The
day
day
of
is
the week-
Wednesday.
The day of the week that Rob will be there after about 3 o'clock.
No worries. 291. Yeah, hit a 1 of 10 gold
it-
card and some very nice autos. Extremely happy with the box.
Can you let Ben know that he should turn up after 3 o'clock on Wednesday as well?
Ben, turn up after 3 o'clock on Wednesday. You get to see Rob
And he gets to see some cards.
and you get to see some cards.
Yeah, Azza came in with his mate, and as I said, he convinced his mate to start collecting a few NRL cards.
Okay.
Bought 2 packs, his mate. He goes, "Oh, just buy another one." And a couple minutes later, just get another one.
Nice. Just
So,
keep
yeah.
going.
Yeah, so
Was
we
he-
sold him 14 boxes, and
14.
it was great.
And you got a 1 of 10 gold card. Well
No,
done.
that was from his that was from Az's UFC box.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Nice.
it's good to see.
I do have a crazy idea this weekend. Obviously, it's the week of Giddey, as we're going to be calling it moving forward. Giddey week. So if anyone out there has a Giddey trading card, either from the 2010, he played for the Gold Coast Blaze. That was his
No cards.
inaugural year. Inaugural? Is that the word?
cards.
No cards.
Debut year?
Yeah, just
I'm just saying, if you got one, which you won't because there wasn't any.
Yeah.
But any Jason Giddey cards I will happily do for free
that's not true.
this week.
That's not true.
Unhappily. It's
You'll
never
do it.
happy.
You'll just do it for free.
I will do it for free. But
Well,
yeah, it's the
that's
week
the
of
NBL.
Giddey.
So we didn't even talk about that.
We're going to finish with it.
What, the NBL Chrome?
Yeah, NBL Chrome or one.
Chrome.
Chrome, what happened? Talk to me.
Well, it's coming out in a couple of weeks.
Oh, what was already come out?
NBL paper.
Yeah, the paper stock ones.
And these Chrome ones, look, to all the people that bought paper, looking at you, Chop, you got ripped. Because the Chrome is exactly the same price, has a guaranteed auto or relic in every box,
Really?
has less
I
cards.
don't think it's the exact.
Are they
same
calling
price.
it a
It is.
relic instead of a legend?
No.
So is that like so is Anstey going to be classed as a relic? That'd be
It's-
funny.
It's like a jersey card, a relic.
Oh, sorry. No, I thought you meant those.
There is Legends
They're
cards.
doing,
Oh,
they're
there
doing
we go.
logo man, rookie logo man.
Yeah. Yeah.
What logo?
The
A Hungry
NBL
Jackson Bill
logo.
logo.
The NBL logo.
Hungry. What is it? Were they
Chatty's Patties.
Hungry
Chatty's Patties.
Jacks? Oh, that's an NBL one.
Chatties.
Only 4 cards a pack though,
Yeah.
but they're good
So it's
cards.
like- oh, yeah, they're really nice cards.
And how much are they going to be a pack?
The recommended retail's $9, but I don't know. Do you know anywhere you can buy cards on the Gold Coast, Brisbane, and online?
Local card shop 238 Gold Coast Highway
Yeah.
or at the Gabba.
Yeah, so they'll be $8 for loose packs or $155 for a box.
And you know what we'll do? We'll crack a box open.
We're gonna.
here live on
Done.
Card
As
Chaos.
soon as they are in hand,
The first one's in
you
hand.
know what I'm like. I normally try and
You say
not
no.
Yes, but these are so cool. We're saying yes.
Beautiful. And no Seagull cards. The reason I didn't do DCE cards, it ran through my head, but I saw you were on here and I thought, there's no way I can't afford to do that many.
Oh, I love it. I'm ready.
Rob's rant.
I'm ready.
Aim it at that thing.
I'm aiming it right at that thing. What is that thing? It's a camera. Okay. Tanking. We're at that time of year again where the rumours, the innuendo about teams are just maybe not playing to their full capacity at this stage.
Innuendo.
All this shit.
Yep. Last week I told Bailey off for interrupting my rant. So
Sorry.
please, boys. Yeah, they're playing shit. So I would like to say, let's have a look at the AFL. North Melbourne, West Coast, tankers. Absolute tankers. Slow, slimy tankers with leaks. The NRL doesn't have tankers, do they? You can answer this.
No.
Because there's nothing to tank for. But then my team in the NBA, the Utah Jazz,
Where are Brisbane Lions?
they don't tank.
What
Just
am I
play
on
shit.
again?
Shut up.
Utah Jazz.
Jazz. They tanked. They got rid of all their good players, and they couldn't even tank properly. So if you're going to tank, do it properly. If you're not going to tank, go and play NRL.
Also rhymes with one of your favourite things to do. Banking.
Thank people.
Banking. I used to be in the bank.
And he likes to thank people.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, the way we're going to leave it this week is this week, it's North Queensland. What's the class? There's Northern Division of NBL 1.
NBL 1 North.
I was
Really
close.
that simple.
NBL 1 North. There we go. We have 2 teams that Meteorate Sports actually sponsor
I know. How good is
in the
this?
same. So we win no matter what.
Yep.
How good's that? So the Gold
know.
Coast Rollers, current defending champions, and Jason Giddey, who's obviously a friend of the show now, the Ipswich Force, which Uncle Chop Chop from Ipswich Picture Framing, no
a
free
friend.
ads,
Who's a friend of the show?
is a major sponsor, and as we are up at the Ipswich thing, but it's being played at the Roller Dome. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
How good's that? Because Uncle Chop Chop turns 50 and he's coming to the Gold Coast to stay.
Love that. Love that. So he'll come to the yard at 2389 Gold Coast Highway as well.
Okay, so I'm not going to say too much because
Yep.
that would be wrong.
That'd be
but
Thursday lunch at the yard?
lunchtime. Yep, Thursday lunch at the yard.
Nothing being announced,
Nothing.
however.
Come down and
Straight into trivia.
straight into
Into trivia. And do you know what Thursday is? Happy birthday to my beautiful wife.
As
So I
well.
will not be at Chops Lunch and I will not be at trivia, but I wish you all the best because my wife's birthday.
Bring her along.
I tried
What-
that.
Oh, okay.
Well, for our anniversary, he wanted me to take her to the Rollers game just the two of us romantically sitting in the box, like with rose petals.
Put
and
some
shit.
rose petals around.
She said no.
Yeah, well,
I don't know why.
I'm still amazed she's married to you. But
So Gold Coast are going down on who? Is all I can answer that with Ipswich.
you know what's funny? Because then you'll say, "Oh, Chop, you're being naughty," and then you say that.
Yeah, no.
Okay. You two are exactly the same. I love it.
No, I'm a very attractive man. That's one ugly human being.
Wow.
Wasn't pointing to Chop. I
Oh.
was pointing your picture on the screen. Oh. No, we love you, Chop.
Yep.
And also one big shout out for what Chop's doing with Ipswich Force, and that's for the raffle.
So we will put it back onto the PSG website today.
Yep.
Or tomorrow, one of the two. What is it called? Great.
Grace.
Raffle for Grace. Raffle for Grace. Everybody should get on board. We've had it on the local card shop stuff, but
I'll tell you
can
what,
afford one ticket.
as Card Chaos, we're going to buy a number of tickets,
okay.
and if we win, then we'll donate it to Grace or to someone within the local community.
Well, we'll done. Yeah,
Why don't we do that?
let's do it.
Nice. We're nice
Right.
people.
Yes.
Not as nice as Jared Wallace for giving away his jersey on the weekend
What did he do that for?
because he gave it to some kid in the crowd.
Bloody kids.
He
Probably,
just likes getting his shirt
probably-
off as well.
Probably for someone's dad who said, "Hey, it's my kid." See,
been an
I can always do it
interesting,
once in the show. I can
I thought
just
your
give
rant
this-
was over.
It's been a very interesting show. Christopher, thanks for coming
How
back.
good has it been?
Yes.
Really appreciate
real
you.
good. Real good.
Can you do one of these for us, like the rapper?
What's
or-
one of these?
The what?
Yeah, the rapper. How he's normally gives us a bit of a yeah.
He goes, go black.
Go platinum.
He's back, isn't he?
He's back. He's probably just touching down into the country now.
Yeah, he's on his 46-hour trip back from Perth. Can I get your shirt, Rob? Yeah, Rob's only if he takes it off now and swings around his head live on Instagram. That's the only way you're going to get that, Azza.
Azza's going to be disappointed
As are the crowd.
because you know why he wants my shirt. He needs a tent, so that's the way to. It's that big.
Get your big salami nipples out, Rob.
Wow.
Mumsy, this is your son here.
I think we might be editing the last comment out. But anyway, thanks, guys. Christopher, thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
mate.
Chris.
Rob,
Thanks.
as always, it's weird you sat on that side.
I
'cause
know.
You're normally on that side.
But
But it's
I just
always good.
because you know why I said here.
Why?
I want to do one thing:
What's that?
protect your cards.
Love your work. Thanks, guys and girls. Have a good one. Thanks to Ruby Pagram, Pagram, on the social media platforms of everything.
The yard.
Peace.
Just saying words. The yard.
He's just saying words.